broke into a fight about this game. They said, like, the Yankee fans now are going to take this out on them. This is payback.
Yeah.
This game is payback. For real. Because that's where they both play.
Yeah, Tony Romo was knocked out of the game.
That's funny. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, introduce us.
Okay, folks, I'm Luke Ford, a.k.a. Levi Ben Abraham, with Rabbi Rabbs. And this is Torah Talk. This week's Torah portion is Chaya Sarah.
Last week you were barely on the YouTube video.
And here we go. So we're going to start off with some thoughts by
Is
Rabbi
it Torah
Rabbs.
Talks? It's Torah Talks with Rabbi Rabbs and Heretical Nonsense with Levi Ford.
The Torah Hour of Power.
The Torah.
Word.
Whoa, yeah, we're down with that. Okay. Well, how come our chat room? The Cowboy Giants chat room. What the hell's this?
Well, Tony Romo was knocked out of the game, so... Bloody hell. But that's okay, my mind's on Torah, not on this Goyish nonsense.
Right, make sure you're in the...
Hey, I'm not about me, I'm about the Torah.
Okay. Alright, and of course a shout out to all my favorite chickses out there, wherever you are. Are we ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I have two things I wanted to talk about, which one was a follow-up from something you spoke about last week.
Okay.
Or, just in general. And the other thing was something that was on your blog this last week.
Okay, great.
Which one do you want to start with?
Either. Your call. Start with what you got on top. Who is David Kelsey?
Who is David Kelsey? Who is this guy?
I think he had a fling with Haredi-style Orthodox Judaism, and but he's not Orthodox anymore, so...
Oh, he's not even from?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
that just takes all the wins out of my entire thing here.
Yeah.
Why? See, this is what I don't like about arguing with somebody online.
Yeah.
And that you don't know, because you don't have all the background on them. They're like anonymous people.
But you could Google them.
But that doesn't mean I have the right guy. You know? So how do you know him?
From the Jewish blogging world. He used to have a blog called the Kvetcha.
Okay.
And where he'd make a lot of complaints. And I've been acquainted with him for a few years. He's very active with Heb magazine, where he was.
Ugh. That's total garbage, Trey.
So I believe he lives in New York, and...
all right, here are my comments.
Okay.
First of all, he sounds like a total Rasha. But now I kind of get it, because he's not even from, so that complaint is okay. He sounds like a Rasha in his disdain for our Gedolim. Okay? Which means, you want to translate that in English?
Rasha is a wicked person, and the Gedolim are the great rabbis.
Right, so he expressed a certain disdain for them. You want to bring that... You're going to bring that blog entry up? And he's also a big hypocrite, too. Okay?
Okay.
He got so incensed when a modern Orthodox rabbi got called an idiot and a moron.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. That's on your blog on August 20th.
Yeah.
He got so incensed. Oh. But this hypocrite has no problem speaking badly of rabbis who are not modern Orthodox. So he bitches and he cries when anyone disturbs, the good names of the modern Orthodox rabbis by calling them morons. But where's his righteous indignation going the other way? He's the one who's doing the name calling, going the other way. If you're not modern Orthodox, he will trash and smear you. He smears the vast majority of rabbis who are not modern Orthodox as being subject to scandal, even though only a tiny fraction of them that applies to. And that's not different than the Catholic Church when people will say, oh, all priests are child molesters, which is just push it wrong when only less than 1% of them were involved in that scandal.
Right.
That's disgusting, right?
Right.
Or calling the Tea Party racist. This is another thing. Oh, the racist Tea Party.
Right.
That's such shit. UCLA, a grad student, did you see this? Oh, okay. A grad student at UCLA did a study And she went to a big Tea Party rally in Washington, D.C. And there were like hundreds of thousands of people there. And all she did was she took her cameras and she systematically went up and down every row and she filmed every sign there.
Yeah.
Then after she came back, they analyzed and read all the signs, you know, right, of what she filmed. And they categorized them. What has to do with like lowering taxes and cutting the deficit, and you know, and then which ones are controversial? Which ones say something about race or bad about Obama or something about Islam? And they were less than 5% of the signs. Yet the mainstream left-wing media will only show you those signs to give the indication that this is a widespread. This is the way that you say this is what all of the Tea Party is. When the Tea Party is 95% of just people who want lower taxes, right? And those 5% may not even be actual Tea Party people. They may be plants. They may be people who opponents of the Tea Party put there with these stupid signs so that they'll get filmed by mainstream media. And you know what I said to somebody this today? You know, there's going to be a what's his name? Colbert and
Stephen Colbert and
Jon Stewart are going to do a thing. So I told somebody, you know what you should do? You should go to that rally and you should wear like a Che Guevara shirt and carry signs that say, you know, like "fuck Whitey," right? And then have somebody film that and then put that out there, like, oh, this is representation of all the dirt bags who go to these things, you know?
Yeah.
You know, that's what's so to turn around and trash people based on that is it's horrifying, right? That's not different than what this David Kelsey did. It's irresponsible and reprehensible. There's a couple of rabbis who had scandals. We're not going to try to dodge that, right? But to then blanket all of these people, and I showed how there are dozens of people, dozens of great rabbis, the biggest rabbis in our generation, have signed on to this. They've signed this ban letter.
Right.
And he smeared them all as, oh, don't listen to them because they're all scandalous. What are you talking about? You got dozens against maybe 2, right? That's horrible what he just did. And even if all of them had fallen in scandals, who cares? That's an ad hominem attack. It's not even pertinent. You know, that's what the liberals do. The liberals, they will attack their opponents, not on the issues. They will attack them on their personal lives. This Christine O'Donnell in Delaware, right?
Yeah.
She had a debate with some guy, her opponent.
Yeah.
And the question was the First Amendment, you know, and she got it right, and the opponent got it wrong. But you know, the mainstream media slams her. They call her stupid.
Yeah.
They call her a witch, and they just belittle her and trash her. She's smarter than the other guy, and she got it right.
Yeah.
So they're not interested. They don't want to hear the issues. All they want to do is put an image of a person, and that overlooks everything they're saying.
Yeah.
And that's what David Kelsey's doing. It's horrible. And you're giving him an outlet for it on your website, on your blog. You're allowing him to smear the good name of these rabbis, and it's terrible Lashon Hora what he's doing. It's grotesque. I don't understand why.
What's the smearing? He criticizes them.
He's smearing them, and he's saying that they're a few of them that are still standing after all these scandals. A few of them?
Well, a bunch of the rabbis who opposed Natan Slifskin did go down in various scandals.
Do you know how many opposed him? Do you think it's like maybe 5 or 6?
How many opposed Slifkin? A lot. I'd say dozens.
Dozens have. What I posted for you was just the ban letter in Eretz Yisrael.
Yeah.
That's not even any American rabbis. There's a whole laundry list of American rabbis that similarly signed a list. I could go through that as well. But I put the Israeli one up there because none of those guys are implicated with scandal. That's why I put that up there. It's like, really? So every single rabbi on that thing, when none of them are? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't even bring up the American ones because they're talking about the American ones, right?
Right.
Israeli ones aren't even touched with that.
Right.
So how dare he say something like that? Why are you giving him a forum for that? You can't walk away from the Lashon Hora on that.